Joe, before we speak about matters on the pitch, off it, a big week for you in terms of obviously 200th appearance for the club, but also joining the board of the foundation.
Yeah, really pleased when I got asked by the guys to help out. Marshy done it last year, but obviously with him stepping away or retiring, they felt the need for like the connection between the group of lads and the foundation itself was good last year with Marshy. So I was more than happy and pleased to jump on board.
Quite a big responsibility, isn't it? Because
yeah.
You follow like David, but there's been others as well, you know. In there.
Yeah, definitely. But it's an important kind of topic, really. I do so much great work. I think in the last probably few years, it's come on leaps and bounds. And as we all know, charity and community work is so important. So a club of our size and our stature and what we mean to the initial community around certain parts of Edinburgh and the city and surrounding areas, we mean a big deal to people. So if we can help out and spread that message and give charity, then it's all good.
In terms of on the pitch in those 200 games, been a bit ups and downs, isn't it? I mean, I imagine this is one of the down parts.
Yeah, definitely, mate. I'll be honest, I've not really thought about it. It's not really a time for me to think about my personal milestones and stuff at all. And I'm not just saying that. I've genuinely hasn't thought about it once. I think I've got given a shirt with 200 on the back, and it's genuinely still in my locker in the change room. And I've not even took it home yet. I've not had time to think about it or kind of reflect on it yet. I probably will do, hopefully, in near future. But yeah, for me at the minute, it's all about the team and us getting out of the situation we're in.
What's gone wrong?
Very broad question. Obviously, lots of things contribute, and there's lots of different factors. The obvious one that you might be your next question is about the late goals and the way we're finishing games off. That's obviously at the forefront of our minds, my mind at the minute. We're either not killing games off well enough, we're scoring enough, but then obviously seeing games out and not conceding late on. So that's probably the biggest problem, as we know, and as I'm sure you'll know, we are trying to eradicate that and work on that, and we are working really hard on it. I think the last couple of games it's been an improvement. I think the Hearts one was obviously a killer for all of us, but then we go away to Ross County and we kind of feel we should get more from the game. Probably, we wasn't clinical enough, but we didn't concede. And then the game on the weekend was probably the best performance in a while, I thought. And if it wasn't for, in my opinion, a wrong VAR call, then we come out 1-0 and we can start looking up then. But when things are going against you, you feel you can have that kind of mentality where you think the chips are down and things aren't going for you, but we've just got to keep doing what we're doing and believe in ourselves, which we do.
You say that it's a forefront of your mind, these late goals. Does that mean that there's a mental block where you look up at the clock and you see 75, 76 minutes? Is there a fear there, especially if you've not killed games off?
Yeah, I think it's not. You'd be lying to say there wouldn't, because you can feel it in the stadium and stuff. And I think that's just completely natural. The situation we're in, position we're in. Everyone, fans, players, staff, are all so desperate to get ourselves out of it. And if it is 1-0 in the 85th minute, there's obviously going to be some anxiety around the place. I think that's absolutely natural. But we have worked on things to kind of deal with it, and so I think the last couple of games, I think we have dealt with it a lot better. But it's not just as simple as that. We need to be scoring more. We need to be more clinical going forwards to kind of ease that pressure if it does come. So yes, that's a small thing, but we're obviously working on everything at the minute, and the hard work has been continuous, and we've still got a lot of faith. I've got so much faith in the group and the team. And I firmly believe that we'll be sitting here in a couple of months' time looking back and kind of just thinking that was a terrible start, but look where we are now. We feel like we're where we deserve to be.
Finally for me then, you feel for the manager, because the scrutiny Yeah, they look at the players, but focus is on the manager because he's the leader.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. He's the manager. He knew exactly what he was getting into, I think, coming into management. It's not easy. It's his first job, and he will never sit in front of you guys and not take all the responsibility himself. He will always be honest and truth. Well, in his mind, truthful, and he'll never shy away from it. But as the captain and as a group of players, I think we have to do so much more for him. He deserves so much more than what he's getting at the minute in terms of results. The staff, the manager have worked so hard since they've come in pre-season, and I feel personally that they've got a group of players that should be a lot better than where we are. And we're not doing enough for him at the minute, simple as that. He sets us up right. I think the last game, for example, just because it's in the forefront of my mind, real good performance, tactically really good, probably just not clinical in the final third enough, but that should show that as a manager setting his team up in the right way, knows what he's doing. And like I said, bar a late call, it should have been 3 points. Other instances throughout the season, red cards. You can't do anything about me lunging in with 5 minutes to go, 2-1 up. Nectar's red card, last minute penalties. These are all things out of his control. So, of course, I feel for him, and we all do, and we're all desperate to turn it around for him, especially.